Students at the University of California are now being taught that fat loss is, quote, a hopeless endeavor, and that fat phobia is medicine status quo, meaning that all of medicine is based around fat phobia and demonizing it. Ah, California, you're so lost. It is the worst state in America, without a doubt. Those are two of the more moderate claims made by Marquez Mercedes. Marquez? Yeah, sure. Anyway, that person is a self-described fat liberationist. This right here was an essay assigned to first-year medical students at UCLA's medical school. It was a part of their mandatory, and I quote, structural racism and health equity class, which was launched all in the wake of the death of George Floyd. And all of this is a requirement for first-year medical students. That should terrify everybody. Now, I will say this article is from a more right-leaning website, but we do read from left-leaning websites all the time. So let's continue. First of all, who is Marquez? Sorry, mate. Mercedes. Well, firstly, it's because a she/they is actually a they, them, she, her pronouns. So just fucking write that down immediately. Anyway, she, they is a black / disabled / fat liberationist writer / educator. I feel like I need more dashes and slashes in my Instagram bio just to tell everybody what's fucking wrong with me. They, them, she, they also has a podcast called Unsolicited Fatties Talk Back. Yeah, cop that. And enjoys conversations on equity, exploring eating disorders, what a great exploration, race and queerness. And I'll assume not long walks on the beach. Her/they, she, her, their, fuck me. Entire existence is all about eating too much and begging all of you to please stop putting activists on pedestals. Probably because her knees hurt. Also, question, why is an activist writing for a university? Can anybody answer that? The fuck, California? My mum always taught me one thing growing up, and it's not to pull your organ out on the internet, unless it's bison organs. The bison trifecta organ supplement takes the magic of the heart, the liver, and the kidney and combines them into a powerful blend that can help you elevate your mood, increase your energy, and feel cleaner, smarter, better, hotter, sexier, more bearded, everything, in my humble opinion. Organ meats are second to none. I cannot stress that enough. People in the indigenous cultures and all over the world have been eating the organs first for thousands upon thousands of years. Even in the animal kingdom, the biggest, the burliest, the meanest always gets the heart, the liver, the kidneys, all that type of stuff. They love it. I take bison trifecta daily. I absolutely love it. And it comes in a capsule form, which is fantastic because who has time to eat livers and kidneys and hearts and bloody tongues and all the good stuff, ladies and gentlemen? Thankfully, it's in a capsule form and I don't have to chew down on a big old bit of liver. Honestly though, forget your multivitamins. This is the business. Head to twc.health/Isaac right now and use code word Isaac for 15% off. Do it immediately. Do it now. Honestly, this is the good stuff. This is the business. This is the bee's knees, or should I say the bison heart, kidneys, and everything else. 100% American owned, good motherfuckers, absolute legends. I appreciate them, and you should support them, ladies and gentlemen, by heading to their website right now and giving it a go. This is from Jeffrey Flyer, the former dean of Harvard Medical School, in response to this. And he's one of the world's most foremost experts on obesity. He said, the curriculum, quote, promotes extensive and dangerous misinformation, end quote. Thanks for that fucking obvious statement, Jeffrey, although I do appreciate you saying it. That is apparently quite an inappropriate thing to say in 2024. Obesity kills more people than pretty much everything else. But we carry on like it's this mystical thing that some people are blessed with and we must respect it. Fuck off, stop eating so much. There's the answer, babes and they thems. In the syllabus, one of the required readings, meaning one of the things they have to read, is anti-capitalist politics as a principle of disabled justice. All of this in a medical degree. Where on a Venn diagram does that fucking overlap? It also attacks, quote, ableist, heteropatriarchal capitalism. Medicine. medicine! Others decry racial capitalism, attack growth-centered economic theories, and call for moving beyond capitalism for our health. Now, I think possibly there are some interesting points to moving beyond capitalism and having more of a socialist approach to medicine. We have that in Australia, and it is really, really helpful. It means if you're living on the street, you can still get fucking help, and I think that's marvelous. But why is a young person moving into a medical degree being indoctrinated into a socialist Marxist way of thinking? Probably because that's who they're surrounded by at universities. But why? No one seems to be able to answer that. Like, how does that actually help someone in the medical field? How does that help them assisting patients? Does it at all? Of course it fucking doesn't. The essay by Mercedes, she, they, them, she, her, describes how weight became a pathologized, sure, and medicalized in radicalized terms. Okay. And thankfully, Mercedes offers guidance on resisting entrenched fat oppression according to the course syllabus. I'd just like to point out, again, at this point, Mercedes, not a doctor, an activist. We're all clear on that? Why does she, they, he, her, she, her have any bearing on what medical students do? Mercedes also claims that obesity, she has to spell it like this, they have to spell it like this because it's a slur. Has a little star there. It's not a slur, it's a description of fatties. Idiot. This is one of my favorite quotes. Obesity is used to exact violence on fat people. Fucking lol. Particularly, quote, black, disabled, trans, poor fat people. Okay, I understand. Everyone except for the white fatties. Now, none of this is true. Obviously. All of this is just shit, and it all stems from some fucking she, her, they, them who is just overweight and wants to blame everything in she, her, they, them's life on everybody else, rather than the decisions that she, her, they, them has made. She, her, they, them doesn't want to understand that calories in versus calories out is what causes weight loss or weight gain. Doesn't want to understand that at all, wants to completely ignore that. Why? Because it's the easy way out. Because it's a victim mentality. And this is what grows and multiplies in universities. It flourishes. There's nothing wrong with Mercedes, she, they, them as a person. It's just a harmful message that she, they, them is spreading. And for some reason, she, they, them has power in a university, which should be absolutely so far away from this person that she could never reach it because of the distance and the fatness. You should never be near a university. You're off the fucking Richter scale. But this is California. This is UCLA. And to give you an idea of what happens in this university, this is what happened to the guest lecturer, Lisa Gray Garcia. She came to the school and led students in a chant of Free Palestine, free Palestine, after instructing them to kneel on the floor and pray to Mama Earth. There's also lessons of decolonization, and climate activists also seem to have lessons there as well. Also, there's classroom exercises that separate students by race, which I'm sure is very helpful. They are cultivating the next generation of activists in a university and hijacking degrees, making sure that these people find their ways into corporations and businesses so this shit mentality and ideology grows and grows and grows. UCA is not alone, by the way. Stanford Medical School has classes on microaggressions. Yale students who study infectious diseases must first understand diversity, equity, and anti-racism. That will help defeat bacteria. Columbia Medical School, the educators must use precise language. No more women, it's people with uteruses. America, what the fuck is going on? Spending all your time prosecuting Donald Trump in New York when this shit is gonna ruin your country. And it follows the trajectory that is already happening. The growth of these fucking insane people on TikTok is only bringing younger people into the fold. And fat acceptance is one of the leading movements in all of that shit. It brings in these obese teenagers to live a life where they never want to change. They just want to continue running their life how they see fit, which is eating a lot of food and blaming everybody else for their own problems. There's doctors on board with this shit. Natasha Lame, the fat doctor, a board certified fat doctor, who was talking about stuff along the lines of being fat is absolutely fine.
So when it comes to the right way to eat, just eat whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you need to eat to get through the day.
Now, if you don't believe me that this is a growing problem, then look no further than the gushing wound of the issue, TikTok.
I'm plus size and on a plane.
Plus size and on a plane.
Of course I can't fit the tray table.
Which is your
I'm
fault.
plus size and on a plane. Of course I'm gonna sit beside the smallest member of my family.
Yeah, because
I'm
you're
plus size
giant
and on a plane.
and they're
Of course
not.
the armrest is digging me.
It is your fault. Why you got sad music here?
I'm plus size and on a plane. Of course I have to shimmy down the aisle sideways.
Because you keep eating too much. I'm sorry, mate. What do you want these people to
I'm plus size
do?
and on a plane. Of course I need a seatbelt acceptor.
Of course, because you're too big. What the fuck is this? What do you want? You want pity? Why do you want pity? I wasn't planning on releasing this version of this song until it moved millions of people. Your grandparents paid you $5 for every pound you lost at weekly weigh-ins. You were 10. I probably won't be able to play much of this because it'll be done for copyright, but...
My grandma paid me by the pound.
What are you doing? Is this a... This has got 61,000 likes. Is this a song that was supposed to make people go, wow, you had it so tough. You were obese as a child, which is your parents' fault, and your grandparents decided to pay you if you lost weight. Are you gonna be all right? Are you gonna be all right? There are people dying all over the world, like really struggling, and this is your biggest worry? Generational trauma caused by your grandparents giving you cash for losing a bit of weight. Fuck, are you okay?
This show is about fat.
Fully Cream is finally coming to Sydney. This is a show. This is a theatre show.
You don't like fat? By the end you will.
Okay, Full Cream. Let's go. Fuck yeah.
I am allowed to take up space.
I am allowed to take up space.
Oh my God.
If I had a body, I'd have the best body.
Substantial.
Monumental.
What the fuck is going on?
Fat.
That's sexual. That's a good beanbag. Dell's
Having a
fat.
body is such a luxury.
I'd be so grateful to just have a body.
Loving myself feels like life or death.
Oh my
Feels like
God.
every day, every second spent
Oh,
worried about
Jesus.
how I look, what people think, how fat I am, where that fat hangs, if I roll when I sit down, if I'm out of breath after going up the stairs, if my clothes cling to my cellulite, if people are gonna judge what a fat fucking pig I am every time I eat a meal, and who's gonna wanna fuck me?
Lose weight. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us today on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Toodaloo au revoir. Bye-bye.